Today we're going to review how to work with tables, and we're also going to do a quick reminder on how to work with lists. So to review list, I'm going to go down to the last page, and these are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, these are lockers, and we want the numbers to begin with 2 to 5. So all I have to do is click right on the 1, and that's going to bring up my list. I'm going to go to my numbering, and I'm going to do set numbering value. So instead of starting at number 1, I want this list to start at 225 and click OK. Next, I want to convert text into a table. So to do that, I first need to highlight the text I want. Then I'm going to go to Insert, Table, and Convert Text to Table. In this example, I'm going to do autofit to contents, and 2 columns is fine, and click OK. In the second one, I'm going to do the same thing. Remember, I could also do my show codes, so I can see that there's a tab in between these. Insert Table, Convert Text to Table. This is separated by tabs. And on this one, I'm going to choose autofit to window. And now we can see the difference of autofit to contents and autofit to window. In this table here, I want to increase the margins. So my size is still Calibri 14. I'm going to highlight the cells and go to Layout and then Cell Margins. In the first example, I'm going to do 0.1, and I'm going to do that for all 4 margins and click OK. In the second one here, I'm going to do Cell Margins, and on this one I'm going to do 0.15. So notice I'm not having to go and change the height of a row or change the font size. And on this one, if I want to change it, I can go to autofit and change it back to autofit contents. Okay. So you can see the difference right here of where we have a margin of 0.1 versus a margin of 0.15. So again, to change the cell margins, I can go to Layout, Cell Margins, and I can change top, bottom, right, left. Sometimes, if somebody is using a voice reader, we may need to let them know what the text is. So I can select the text, and I'm going to go to Properties. And then I'm going to choose the last one that says Alt Text. So again, you won't see that, but then I can go to Properties and Alt Text, and then it has a description, list of hours for the Athletic Fitness Club. Next, in the evening table, I can see that it's covered over 2 different pages. So the first thing I want to do is I want to merge the top 3 cells. So I'm going to highlight all 3 cells, and under Layout, I'm going to choose Merge Cells. Next, I want to highlight my top 2 rows, and I'm going to go to Repeat Header Rows. So now it automatically repeats on the second page. So look at what happens if I change this. So if I go and I want to change my font color here. And maybe I even wanted to add something else to it. I can scroll down and it automatically changes right there. So again, if we want to repeat a header row on another page, you need to select the rows and go to Layout and then Repeat Header Row. Next, I want to do a couple things. I want to merge these two, so Melanie is listed as one, but then we can split swimming and yoga. So I'm going to delete the bottom row, delete row. I could leave swimming or delete it here. Now under Layout, I want to go to Split Cells. I'm going to want one column, but 2 rows. And OK. Now I can do swimming, and I can do yoga. Next, I want to add a small column on the left that says Certified, and I want it to be vertical. So I'm going to highlight my cells, and I want to do Insert Left. Next, I want to merge these together. I'm going to highlight them, Merge Cells. In all caps, I'm going to write Certified. And now under Layout, I'm going to click Text Direction. Okay. So I want it this way, but I want it centered. So now I'm going to click Align Center Left. I've got Melanie here, but I want Melanie to be aligned as well. And then this is still a little bit too big, so now I can go back and do Auto Fit to Contents. Okay. And then if I wanted to, I could increase my Certified here, or I could merge these 2 cells here. And then go back to Center. So again, in this part, I added another column, and then I went to Text Direction to have my text face a different way. Next, we're going to spend a couple minutes learning how to sort. And there's a lot of different ways we can do this. In this case, I have a title, I have a header, Class, Time, and Instructor. I'm not going to highlight mornings because I don't want that as part of my table I want to sort. I'm going to highlight my table, and I'm going to go to Sort. Down here, I can select if I have a header row or no header row. If I choose header row, then that lets me sort by class, time, or instructor. If I say I don't have a header row, it would sort by column 1, 2, or 3. Then the next thing is I can choose what we're going to sort by. So maybe I want to have all of my classes sort alphabetical by class. So I would be using text in ascending. Ascending is A to Z. And now it shows all of my classes sorted alphabetically from A to Z. I have some classes where I don't have teachers. Which classes are those? I can go to Sort and header row, but now I want to sort by instructor. And I can sort ascending, which is A to Z. So Amy is at the top, Susan is at the bottom, and if the cell is empty, that actually goes before the letter A. So then this lets me know exactly which classes I don't have instructors for. Okay. Next, I want to sort this list by time. Okay, so I'm going to do descending and click OK. So descending goes down. So this starts at 11 o'clock and then it goes to the early morning hours. Okay. Or if I wanted to, I could swap it, and under sort, I could do ascending. So ascending goes up, so that would be 6 a.m. going all the way to 11 a.m. And finally, we want to review how we can do the designs. So I can highlight my cells. I'm going to take off first column, and then I'm also going to take off banded rows. So here is my, and I can take off the header row. So I can click a header row, and that's going to let that be a little bit different. If you notice, I didn't have to change the font or the color. It did it automatically. I could choose banded columns, which makes every other column a different color, or I could choose banded rows. I could also highlight the first column if I wanted to as well. When you're doing your table styles, if you notice, you can do grid tables, and then you could also do list tables. All of these presets are a little bit different, again, depending on what you're wanting to do with your table and how people are going to be using it. So again, we can see what happens if we turn our banded rows on and off, if we adjust our first column, and any other presets. So it may be a little bit hard to tell that mornings is in 3 different cells. Okay, but again, I can highlight those and go to Layout and Merge Cells. Now, what would I do if I wanted my morning cell to be a little bit wider? So I can highlight my mornings row, and right here under height, I can go and adjust the height of just that one row. So now I may need to go and center it top to bottom, right to left. Okay, I've got class, time, and instructor. So again, under design, I may want to go and do a lighter color fill here. And then if I wanted to make that a little bit bigger, again, I can just select that row and manually change it. And then I may need to adjust my spacing as well. So again, we can work with our properties. We can insert rows above and below to the right and to the left. We can merge cells together, or we can split them. We can choose how the table fits, if it does it automatically or if it goes to the edge of both of the margins. We can work how we align our text, change the direction, add extra spacing to the cells. We can sort it. And finally, we could even convert a table we had into text. So in this example, we have a table, and we can convert the table to text. Maybe I want to separate it by commas, and click OK.